Teyana Taylor just dropped a bombshell. She's pregnant, and the father is reportedly Aaron. But what shook everyone wasn't just the announcement. It was Iman Shumpert's reaction. Insiders say he completely broke down when he heard the news. And now, the entire internet is watching the fallout unfold in real time. For weeks, people had been whispering. Rumors started floating around social media that Teyana might be expecting. But nobody thought she would actually come out and confirm it. Not this soon. According to close sources, she shared the news during a small, private celebration with close friends and family. The moment was supposed to be intimate, but someone in that circle clearly had other plans. Just hours after the announcement, the news was all over the internet. People were in shock, and it didn't take long before eyes turned to Iman. Iman was seen later that same evening, leaving a recording studio in LA. Witnesses say he looked completely broken. His face was puffy, like he had been crying. One person even said he stumbled a little when someone brought up the pregnancy. They said he looked like he might fall apart right there on the sidewalk. Some people brushed it off as drama, but those who know him say this wasn't just sadness. This was something deeper. Years ago, Teyana and Iman were the couple everyone rooted for. They seemed perfect. They got married young, had a beautiful daughter, and even worked together on music and TV projects. On the outside, it looked like a dream. But behind closed doors, things were different. Whispers about cheating and emotional distance started circulating in industry circles. By the time 2023 rolled around, the couple quietly separated. They said it was mutual and peaceful, but it never really felt final. Then came Aaron. At first, he was just a friend, someone Teyana leaned on during a tough time. But as time passed, that friendship started to look more serious. Photos of them together started popping up. At events, on vacations, and even at home with Teyana's daughter. It was clear they were spending a lot of time together. Some said it was love. Others thought it was just a rebound. But one thing was certain. Iman was not okay with it. Sources close to him say Iman never stopped loving Teyana. Even after the separation, he would bring her up all the time. He told friends she was still his person. So when the pregnancy news hit, it didn't just hurt, it shattered him. One insider said Iman literally fell to the floor when he heard, that he couldn't even speak for hours. He tried calling her, over and over, but she didn't answer. People around him say he's been struggling ever since, questioning when she really moved on, wondering if Aaron was in the picture while they were still trying to fix their marriage. The timeline doesn't add up, he's been saying. And the silence from Teyana. That might be the loudest answer of all. Aaron, on the other hand, has been calm. He hasn't made any big statements, but he also hasn't been hiding. He's been out with Teyana, attending events and even taking on a father figure role with her daughter. To some, that makes him look like the good guy. Supportive, steady. But to Iman, it probably feels like someone took his place in the life he built. That kind of hurt doesn't just go away. Friends of Aaron say he's serious about Teyana, that he's been in love with her for a while, even before it was public. But others aren't so sure. They think maybe things moved too fast. That maybe Teyana was still healing and Aaron was just there at the right time. It's hard to say what's real and what's not when emotions are this raw. But one thing is for sure. Iman sees Aaron as a replacement. And that kind of resentment can build into something ugly. The situation surrounding Teyana and Iman's relationship has evolved into a full-blown family and public drama, with emotions running high and opinions deeply divided. It's no longer just about a breakup. It's about shifting loyalties, raw emotions, and the complex nature of moving on, especially when children, new partners, and public scrutiny are involved. The families have taken sides, and those sides couldn't be more opposite. Teyana's mother is reportedly thrilled about her daughter's new relationship. According to close sources, she believes Aaron brings a sense of calm and stability that was missing in Teyana's previous marriage. She sees him as a positive presence, someone who helps Teyana feel secure, supported, and emotionally balanced. From her perspective, Teyana finally looks at peace, and that's all a mother could hope for. But while Teyana's family seems to be embracing the new chapter, Iman's side of the family is reportedly not taking it well. They've voiced several concerns, mainly about how quickly everything is moving. The pregnancy announcement in particular seems to have struck a nerve. They're worried about the emotional toll it's taking, not only on Iman, but also on the co-parenting arrangement that had been working, or at least functioning, until recently. According to sources, communication between the two families has deteriorated. Calls are going unanswered. Scheduled drop-offs for the child are said to be tense, and it feels like any effort to maintain a cordial relationship has vanished. One family friend even admitted that the families can't stand each other right now, emphasizing that the tension isn't really about the child anymore. It's about a deeper sense of betrayal and disappointment. While the families struggle, privately, the internet has taken the whole situation and turned it into a digital battleground. Teyana's fans are firmly in her corner. They see her as a symbol of strength, a woman who's made the difficult choice to prioritize her happiness and emotional well-being. Social media is flooded with posts praising her for starting fresh and seeking peace after what appears to have been a turbulent marriage. Her supporters argue that she's simply doing what she needs to do for herself and her children, and that no one should be faulted for that. But on the flip side, Iman's fans are making their voices heard too. They're heartbroken. They feel like he was blindsided, like he was trying to hold on to hope for reconciliation, only to be hit with the news that Teyana has moved on and is expecting a baby with someone new. To them, Iman is a loyal and loving figure who didn't deserve this kind of emotional blow. The divide is not just emotional, it's investigative. Online sleuths have taken it upon themselves to dive into old photos, videos, and interviews, trying to piece together the timeline of Teyana and Aaron's relationship. There are unanswered questions. When did they actually start dating? Was she already pregnant before her divorce with Iman was officially finalized? The timeline is unclear, but that hasn't stopped speculation. In fact, it's only fueled more rumors and wild theories. One popular theory is that Iman always believed that the separation was temporary, that they were going to work things out eventually. So when he found out Teyana was not only dating someone new, but also pregnant, it wasn't just a surprise. It was a deep emotional wound. To him, this may have felt like the final nail in the coffin of a relationship he still had hope for. Another theory suggests that Teyana might have intentionally leaked the pregnancy news. If true, some believe it was her way of signaling that she had truly moved on and that there was no going back. A bold and public declaration that the door to reconciliation was firmly closed. Then there are the whispers that Aaron has actually been in the picture far longer than anyone is admitting. Some speculate that their relationship may have overlapped with her marriage to Iman, even if only emotionally. If that's the case, and if the truth does eventually come out, the fallout could be significant. Not just for the public narrative, but potentially for legal matters as well. This growing tension and emotional complexity have led many to believe that bigger issues may be on the horizon. Some think a custody battle might be looming, with emotions running so high and co-parenting already strained, legal conflict could become inevitable. Others speculate there might be disputes over child support or visitation rights, especially if communication continues to break down between the families. There's also speculation about how Iman might respond publicly. Known for expressing himself through his music, some believe that if he releases a new track soon, it might contain subtle, or not so subtle, references to what he's going through. Fans will be listening closely for clues, any lines that might reveal his side of the story, or how he's processing everything emotionally. At the core of all this chaos is a very human story. Two people who once shared a life now finding themselves on completely different paths. One is embracing change, motherhood, and a new relationship. The other is seemingly grappling with a sense of loss, confusion, and maybe even betrayal. The people around them, family, friends, fans, have all become part of the story, adding layers of opinion, emotion, and judgment. And while no one outside their inner circle truly knows all the details, that hasn't stopped the public from trying to fill in the blanks. In the end, what makes this situation so compelling is its emotional honesty. There's love and heartbreak, loyalty and betrayal, healing and hurt, all unfolding in real time under the spotlight of fame and public curiosity. Whether this will all calm down or escalate into something even more complicated remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: everyone is watching, everyone has an opinion, and the story is far from over. Teyana, meanwhile, might respond in her own way. She's an artist, too, and some think she'll use music to tell her side of the story. Others think she'll stay quiet and let her actions speak for themselves. Either way, it's clear this isn't over, not even close. And then there are the TikTok theories. One viral video suggested Iman's breakdown was staged, that it was all part of a PR strategy to get public sympathy. Whether that's true or not, it shows just how deep this story is reaching. Every little move is being analyzed, every post, every photo, every silence. So what do you think? Was Iman's reaction pure heartbreak or something deeper? Is this just the fallout of love gone wrong? Or are we watching a power play unfold in real time? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear what you think really happened behind closed doors. Smash that like button if this story has you hooked. And hit subscribe so you don't miss the next twist, because it's only getting messier from here.